Hello guys, welcome back to algebra class. This time I will go over this completing squared. As you know, I'm not gonna go over this first part of the questions because this is whatever. So we're gonna go over this one, but before I go over this, I want you guys to check this one. Do you see this 21? I'm gonna change it to 24 because otherwise you will have to deal with fraction. So let's do this one. Completing square with a negative sign. Now, the purpose of this completing square is to change standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c into the vertex form, like a x minus h squared plus k. That is our goal. And as you can see, do you see I have x minus h squared? That is our goal to make look like this. So let's do this. Step number 1, set up two parentheses, and you are gonna divide each number by -2. So this is gonna be -2, parentheses, these two disappear, so you get x squared. 4 divided by -2 is -2x, and plus 1. Next step. Now I need to make this one into like this, which means I have to make a perfect square, as you remember. So how can I get the third number? I just take this number, so -2, and always divide this number by 2, and then square. So let's do it. What's the -2 divided by -2 divided by 2? That's -1. And -1 squared is +1, because we still have this square. So what we're going to do is we are going to add and subtract this number inside this parenthesis. As you can see, I combined +1 -1. Right, so as you can see, we did not change anything because 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. And now you want to get rid of this part, because if I have only this 3 number, I can factor this one with a 1 and -2, right? So I want to get rid of this. So here, let's take this one outside of the parentheses. And when you're doing this, you have to multiply this number by number in front of the parentheses, because that's guarding this parentheses. So you're going to multiply this one with a -2. So let's do this. It's not x minus 2, it's a times. Okay, so it's going to be -2. No, I'm going to use red. -2 x squared minus 2x plus 1. -1 times -2 is +2. All right? All right, let's look at this. Now I can factor this one. So I'm going to put +1 on the top, -2 in the bottom. What can give you this number? -1 times -1 will give you +1. -1 minus 1 will give you -2. So this is going to be -2 with x minus 1, x minus 1. And what is the 1 plus 2? 3. All right, let's finalize our answer. Do you see we have 2 of these x minus 1? So instead of write this, I will write x minus 1 squared. And we still have +3. And I forgot to put f of x. All right, so that's the vertex form. And why is it so important? That's because first you can find vertex pretty quickly. Vertex is opposite of this number, which is +1. Comma this number, which is +3, because you only flip the sign for the x value. And axis of symmetry is x equals 1, and concavity is concave down. Why is it concave down? Because this is negative. So that's what it is. I believe you guys can do rest of the questions by yourself, but let's go over one more question. So step number 1. set of parentheses, and you are going to divide each number by -3. So you get -3 x squared minus 24 divided by -3 is going to be -8 minus 53. Then what's the next step? You take this number and always divide by 2 and then square it. So let's do it. What's a -8 divided by 2? -4. And -4 squared is +16. So it's very simple. You're going to write this number down. And what you're going to write is +16 minus 16 with -53. Next, this -16, I will take this one out. But when you take this one out, remember you always have to multiply by -3, like number in front of the parentheses. So you will get, do you see I'm color coding everything for you? That represents that I love you, right? So -16 times 3, -3, what is it? So negative times negative will become positive. So it's going to be positive. 16 times 3, 48. All right. Finally, now we can factor this one. Now let's factor this. So I'm going to put 16 on the top, -8 in the bottom. What are this combination going to be? -4 and -4. So it's going to be -3, x minus 4, and x minus 4. And what's the -53 plus 48? That's going to be -5 if I'm right. So it's going to be f of x equals -3, x minus 4 squared minus 5. Good. So what's the vertex? 4, -5. What's the axis of symmetry? X equals 4. What's the, what is it, concavity? Concave down. So I believe by this time you can do these questions by yourself. I'm not gonna go over every single thing like using these steps. So I will give you the answer within some shortcut. So you cannot do the shortcut because you need to do like 100 of questions like this to master these techniques. Okay. So pause the video, try this one by yourself, and see if you get the right answer. Okay. Good. It's this. Second one. Wait, did I make a sign mistake? No. So this is going to be f of x equals -2, x minus 3 squared plus 5. And vertex, it's going to be 3, 5. Axis of symmetry, x equals 3, and concave down as well. All right, that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll help you with this one. And that's about it, guys. I love you guys. Bye.